Hi guys, it's me, Mikey Makey, and I'm back with another amazing tutorial! And this time I'm going to teach you all about how to easily vote in the Canadian election in 2015, and why it's really important that you do. So I'm going to explain everything to you in really easy to access facts that anyone can understand. And now that I'm in focus, you can enjoy it more anyways. I also took the towel off the chair beside me, because why is there a towel on the chair? Okay, so you're like, oh, there's an election, I probably should vote, but like, I don't know how to vote because I never voted, or I don't know who to vote for, I don't know what the issues are, I don't really want to spend the time to learn all of that. Cool, I can fix that for you. By the end of this video, you will have the answers to all of those questions. Okay, first of all, in the last federal election, which was exactly 4 years ago, only 4 out of 10 people aged 18 to 34 showed up to vote. By comparison, 7 out of 10 old people aged 55 to 74 showed up. This is what that looks like. So it's no surprise that our country is being run by old people who don't give a shit what young people want. Do you want to live with the values of an old person? I sure as shit don't. I want to live in a world that's advancing, not one that's trying to cling onto the outdated ideals of yesteryear. Would you let your grandma dress you? Would you let your grandma do your makeup, do your hair? Would you let your grandma pick anything for you? Really? When was the last time you got something that wasn't plain black socks from your grandma where you were like, shit grandma, you understand me? No, they're too old, they don't get it, and we need to do something to make sure that our voices are heard. If you value science, the environment, human rights, governmental transparency, which means the people who pay for the government to exist and pay their wages, having the right to know what is going on in the government, this election is really important to you because all of those things have been destroyed over the last 4 years. Scientists have been gay, the environment is no longer a priority, Canada has fallen on a world stage in terms of being a human rights leader, and nobody knows what's going on in the government because Harper is hiding behind closed doors until after it's already happened and it's too late for us to stop his insane things that he's doing to this country. Okay, so now that I've ranted just a little bit, and I do feel better actually, first things first, you need your voter registration card. You should have gotten it in the mail and it looks like this. This isn't even mine. This belongs to the guy that lived in this apartment before I moved in. So you know what? I hope that he contacted the government to be like, hey, didn't get my voter registration card, send me another one, because that's what they do. This is actually mine. Okay, this tells you where and when to vote. You can vote not just on the election date, Monday, October 19th, you can also vote on advanced voting days, and your card will tell you I can vote on October 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th from noon until 8 p.m. on any of those days. So if you can't make it on election day, that doesn't matter. You have 5 days that you can go and vote on. You have no excuse to not make it. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care if you're Oprah. You have the time to go out and vote. I'm watching you, Oprah. Okay, Gail's got my back on this one. Also, you may have gotten one of these in the mail. This is a handy-dandy little pamphlet in English and in French, and it tells you about what kind of ID you need to take with you so that when you get to the polling station, they don't turn you the fuck away and send you home. It's pretty straightforward. You can bring your driver's license if you have one, you can bring your BC ID if you have one, or any other provincial or territorial ID card, any other government card with your name, photo, and current address on it. Or you can bring secondary IDs. You can bring a credit card, a student ID card, you can bring your passport. However, with those things, you need a document that has your address on it. You need a bill from your phone company, internet provider, a bill that got mailed to you, printed out from your online account, and you need to bring that and like your credit card or your care card or whatever. Or if you have government issued photo ID, that is fine and you don't need to bother with all that bullshit. A lot of first-time voters are intimidated by the voting process because they're like, oh my god, how does it work? What do I do? It's really easy. On your voter registration card, it tells you where to go and when to go there. Okay, what you're gonna do, it's probably gonna be like a community center or like an elementary school gymnasium or something. You're gonna show up to the address and there's gonna be signs that point you, literally pieces of paper with arrows on them that actually point you to where you need to go. And they'll probably say something like polling station on them. Remember, they have to make this easy enough that old people can do it, so if you're between the ages of 18 and 34 or less than 100, you can figure it out really easily. Okay, you're going to go in and they're going to ask you for your voter registration card and your ID. Cool, and they're going to find you on a list and be like, you need to go to table number 4. So you're going to go into like the gym or whatever, and you're going to go over to table number 4, and there's going to be people there, and they're going to give you a little slip of paper and a little pencil, and you're going to walk behind this little cardboard wall And you're going to check off a name on the paper, and you're going to come back out and put it in the box, and that is it. Now, it's important to know you're not going to be voting for the leader of the party. So, for example, you're not going to be voting for Stephen Harper for the Conservative Party. You're not going to be voting Justin Trudeau for the Liberals, etc., etc. You're going to be voting for the local representative of that party. So all you really have to look for is the party that you're voting for. If you're voting for Liberal, check the Liberal candidate. Okay, that's really important. People get back there and they get confused about who they're voting for. Also, you can't take a picture while you're filling out the ballot. They really don't like that. Take as many pictures as you want the rest of the time. Take selfies when you're going, take selfies afterwards, tag your friends, whatever. Get that shit on social media like you just got engaged and you need to rub it in everyone's face. So, now that you know what voting looks like, and that's not actually a scary process at all you're really doing is interacting with some old people, whatever, you'll live. How do you figure out who to vote for? Okay, so I've got a really simple solution. If you don't feel like figuring anything out, you can go to a strategic voting website. The link is down below. All you have to do is put in your postal code and it will tell you which candidate you need to vote for in your area that has the best chance of beating out the Conservative candidate. If all you want to do is vote for a progressive party, meaning a party that actually gives a shit about young people and moving forward, and not a conservative-based party which cares about holding on to the ideals of yesteryear, then that's all you need to know. If you want to know more, there's another link down below to an amazing website. Honestly, you should do this anyways. It's a short survey you take. It's nothing but common sense, easy access questions like, should the environment be protected? And you can answer yes, no, other options. You click on other options and it gives you other options. You can also rate how important these questions are to you. Really important to not very important. At the very end of it, it says, okay, you said all of these things, and it compares it to all of the political parties in Canada. So to recap, you've got your voter registration card. Cool, you're all set. You've looked up which parties you should vote for. Cool, you're all set. The results you got look anything like mine. NDP, the Liberals, the Green Party close to the top, and the Conservative Party is way at the bottom. Then what's most important to you is not voting for the party that's at the top of your list. It's voting for whatever person has the best chance of beating out the Conservative candidate in that area. The reason we do strategic voting is to avoid what's called vote splitting. If you look at the diagram on the left, you can see that everybody voted for who they wanted to vote for. And even though most people didn't vote for the Conservative Party, the Conservative Party still got the most votes, and thus they ended up winning. The diagram on the right, everybody voted for the party that had the best chance of beating out the Conservative Party, and together they ended up getting enough votes. So you're going to go to the strategic voting website, put in your postal code, and they will tell you which of the candidates, NDP, Liberal, Green, whatever, is going to have the best chance of beating out the Conservative candidate. Vote for that person. Write it on your hand, write it on a piece of paper, or it in your phone. All you have to do is remember the party that you're voting for. So, you figured out who you're going to vote for. You figured out if you should vote for someone else. You figured out what you want to do. You know how to vote. You know where and when to vote. You know what kind of ID to take. Amazing! You made it through! Congratulations! Thank you for staying with me. The only thing there is left to do now is actually do something with everything you learned. If this video helped you out, if you feel more comfortable, more confident, if you feel like you're ready to go out and vote in this election, then please do me a huge favor, share this video. Tag your friends, talk to your friends about going together, take lots of pictures, post selfies, post your statuses on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Get the message out there, because if your friends see you doing it, then they're going to do it too. That's the way it works. And this is a great time to use peer pressure. Actually, it would be awesome if you did. There's some Facebook events that I've linked down below. Join them, and it's just a reminder for voting day to vote so that you don't forget about it, because if the election's still a week away, you might be like, yeah, I should totally vote, and your good intentions might slip away from you. That's why it's also a good idea to share this with your friends and make a commitment with them. Be like, let's go together. You know, for all those times that you and Jenny have done tequila shots and made bad choices that resulted in awesome stories, make a good choice that's going to result in a boring story, because a boring future is better than the bad future that we're going to get if you don't vote. So, vote. Be like, hey Jenny, let's go vote. And then do some tequila shots. Yeah, oh shit, you know how I roll like that. Glug, glug, glug. Glug. Is this what shots look like? I don't even know. I don't know. I'm sorry. Stay tuned for a clip of me eating, because that's really what you came here for. So, there you go.